Another work. Figured I'd give y'all a video real quick. So let's set this here. You're gonna be with me on the ride and potentially on the way inside. I gotta get there. It's 11:57. I'll have to be at work at 12. Good point about it is I stay about 5-10 minutes from the road, from the business. You probably see my shirt. I'm not gonna talk about my job, but the first point of it is first part of everything. Step one. Everybody always tells you to make out goals, all this crap, and you're listening to a guy who doesn't have his shit together. So, one should really be to stop fucking listening to dumb people, including myself. But instead, we're gonna make step one admitting problems. Hold on, I gotta get this box out the car. This is why I'm late sometimes, because I always forget to do shit and I do it at the last second. Also, another step should be stop fucking volunteering your services for dumb shit. How the fuck did I take all these cans? It was worthwhile. That's why, because it was a blast. We had Alright. Good. So yes, getting organized should be a priority. Anyway, basically, admit to yourself that you're not where you're supposed to be. Admit you're not happy. Admit the truth. Okay? We sit around all day. We keep ourselves in this perpetual loop of, yeah, this is going fine. This is okay. And I'm very much a, it is what it is, motherfucker. But you can do that, right? You can go around and be like, it is what it is. It's going to always be that way. And it will be. You know? Or you can say, it is what it is, but I'm not happy with what it is. I don't want it to be what it is, and I'm going to change it. And I don't care what it takes. I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to fight. Because no one's going to fight for you, you know? No one's going to go in and do all the work. No one's going to push it forward. No one's going to do anything for you, okay? Like, I'm very big on pay it forward, right? Tell your story. Kid comes to my job, and I don't do this often, and it's not something saying that my job will do it for you, but he's just trying to make sure his aunt's okay. She's moved down here to the small town from a big city. Her car is down. He had about 4 tires, him and his wife. None of the other family was helping. He needed a battery for her car, but her battery warranty had went out. $100-some for the battery. He didn't have the money. So he's gonna have to go all the way back home, get home in Houston where he stayed, get back, and then he would have been able to help his aunt. But that meant that she would have still been down without being able to get a job, without being able to go forward with her life. She would have been stuck in the same loop. And I know when I say the same loop, you don't see yourself that way, right? But I want you to think about it. And I got to stop looking at you because I'm driving. Think about it right now, right? Unless you are happy with everything you're doing, you are stuck in a perpetual loop, right? Even right now, I am in a loop. You are watching me currently start my loop all over again. I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I hug my wife and my kids, I go to work. I hate it the whole time. And it's not the fact that I don't like to work. It's not that I hate the business itself. It's just that I would rather be spending this time with my wife and kids. I'd rather be doing it, chasing my dreams, doing things that I love. Like, that's what I would rather be doing, but instead I am perpetually doing the same thing over and over again, and you're doing the same thing too. You get up in the morning, you take a shower, you get dressed, telling whoever it is, even if it's just, looking in the mirror and saying, you're a bad motherfucker, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter your relationship or your current status with whoever you are. It's just, what matters is that we're all running the same rat race, expecting things to change by just constantly doing the same circle. And I don't know if y'all know the definition of insanity, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and hoping for different results. It's never going to change. So that's why I went to the point where I'm like, you know what? I just won't watch my videos. I won't watch myself. I'm going with the mindset of Johnny Depp. When they asked him if he watched his own movie, he said, no. He said, I love the process. I love doing the work to get there. But when the movie comes out and it's on the big screen, that guy's there. And I don't want to see that guy. I don't want to see the guy that you're seeing, right? Because I don't like the reflection. I don't like the mirror. Because I have a hard time looking at myself and saying, that's a flaw, that's a flaw, that's a flaw. But I do all the time, right? Like, I tell myself over and over again that I don't like the reflection, yet I am always giving myself the reflection. I look at someone else and I see their life, and then I go in and immediately I go, well, you don't have that. Well, you're not there. Well, you don't look like that. Well, you're not working out. You're not taking care of yourself, right? I do that consistently. Oh, look how happy they are. Look how nice their car is. We're doing that at a constant rate. Yet we swear up and down that we're okay with saying it is what it is. And I know it seems like it's a rant, but if you put it all together, I told you from the jump, you need to tell yourself everything that you see is a flaw, but then at the same point, you got to prepare to fix it. You have to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And it sounds like I'm regurgitating the same crap that I listen to all the time. But the fact is that it's true. You just need someone, and that someone has to be you, to make you see the truth in it, right? You have to look at it and be like, okay, the way they said it didn't make sense to me. The things that they told me didn't make sense to me, but there was a little bit of it in there, right? The stupid outline of how everything will be magically changed if we do it this way. It was dumb. I saw it from the jump that it was the stupidest idea, period, right? You know that. You've seen it. You've acknowledged it. Fix it, right? Take the pieces that you can and build upon them, right? I love though when Seth Rollins had his renaissance and he was like, just destroy, rebuild, redesign, whatever. He just restarted. I can't remember the exact wording of it, but it's like rebuild, recreate, redesign. Just completely overhaul yourself. That's what you need to do. Acknowledge the flaws, but first you have to be willing to accept them and admit that they're flaws. And then after you have accepted and admitted that they are flaws, okay, then you need to look at yourself and say, how can I change it? And I'm not talking about it's not gonna happen overnight. Like, even this video that I'm recording, if we can call it that, this random collection of thoughts that I'm just throwing out here, it took me months to get to this point to where I was like, you know what? I've watched as many motivational videos as I could and it didn't do anything. I've recorded content and I never did anything with it. I've recorded music and I've never done anything with it. Hell, I've got games that I have staged that I've never played to record gameplay videos for that I have done nothing with. That's where we are in life. And if you're okay with that, you're going to constantly be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, then you'll never be. Then you can fucking shoot off like a rocket. The problem is that you have to get to that point, because our brain is always going to do everything it can to keep us in a state of, hey, we're good, we're okay, we're fine, because that's what it does. It protects you. It protects you from any threat that it senses as a threat, and everything that you see as a problem, it says that's a threat. It blocks it out. So if you made it through my rant of me telling you to get up, buck up, and do better, then let's say it one more time for those who are not listening and skip to the end because they don't like to listen to long-winded videos, because 9 times out of 10, nobody finished this one. And if you did, I'm proud of you. But step up. Stop being in the same position. Stop allowing yourself to do the same things over and over again. Buck up. Get better. Do better. Okay? You know you can. I know you can. Find a way.